Good morrow, my friend, and welcome back. So you did wait a little bit, but finally the chest paths for Divine Party Drama, or more so the cheapest ones, have now been calculated. So normally I would at least do my own version, but we've had a couple of people that have done their own, and this time we've had our good friend Silverwings posting the various maps for each level, and this time we do have all of them again in the DML event guides channel on our Discord server, so you can easily just download Discord and keep checking this tab, and then you'll be able to look at each of the paths whenever you want to. So we will be going through each of these because, you know, I want to get through the cheapest paths on level 2, and I'm sure everyone else does, and level 3, 4, 5 and level 6, so that we can get porcelain and those pangu pieces quickly. We do also have the DML wiki page for the event, and this has now been updated with the elements that are allowed on each level, and there's quite a lot of void, light, energy and plant in the later levels of the event. You know, up to level 3 you can use quite a lot of elements, but then level 4 it starts to get a little bit more restrictive, so that's plant mainly, voidish and light mainly on level 5, and then sort of a mixture between plant, light, void and energy on level 6. So those are going to be the allowed elements, and you can use those to sort of decide which path is going to be cheapest for you to take. Obviously, since we're only on level 2 at the moment, it's not going to be as relevant, so we'll check that as and when it comes. But without further ado, first of all, we have the path for map level 2. So when you come onto level 2, you'll start in the bottom right hand corner, and it's cheaper to go through the middle section and go to the right first, which costs 521 currency. If you go to the left, it's 572. The next cheapest, which was the one I was kind of confused or not 100% sure on, the next cheapest is actually going fully to the right hand side, which costs 884 currency. And then if you head up to the left hand side, it's 900 for chest 4 and another 902 for chest 5. So middle, right, then left hand side is the path for level 2, and you know, I'll probably end up doing that in a second. So then coming back, we've got the map for level 3. So again, we start off in the bottom right hand corner for this level as well, and if we head up, it's still cheaper to go right through the center for this level as well. The second one is in the bottom right hand corner, which is 1032, but that's also the same cost as bottom left, which is also 1032, so you can go to the middle and then either of the first two chests. Then the next cheapest ones is the same thing, they both cost 1400. So basically middle, front chest, back chest, and you'll be done on level 3. Nice and simple level. I like these ones, you know, it sort of mirrors itself. I like level 3. But moving on to level 4 now, we have this map here, which includes a lot of shared tiles and a lot of choices for which pathway you want to take. So again, we start in the bottom right hand corner, which is sort of a theme this time, but the order that you're going to want to go in is when you come up through the middle of the level, then you go to the bottom, the very south chest, which is going to be the cheapest. So that's number 1, or it costs total 1,737. Then you go to the left and then take the furthest left chest. Then you go north to, it shows as chest number 5 on here, and then you'll come back to chest number 4. And the most expensive path is number 1 right on the right hand side. But do be mindful that on level 4, you don't want to be going through the tiles that are on the right hand side of the square, because you'll come to level 4 and there'll be a big square. Go through the left hand side of the square and do those battles if you can. That's going to be the cheapest way. Yeah, I wish I could show all of this, but we're pretty early on in the event at the moment. But go to the left of the square. That's all that you really need to remember. So that's level 4. Moving on to level 5, which is quite a, I guess, a hefty map. It's a large map. And the order for this one, you'll start right at the bottom this time, not the bottom right. And then the first chest you come across on the left-hand path, take that one. Next cheapest is going to be the next pathway on the right, which is 1,835 currency, where the big blue moon is. Number 3 that you want to open up is going to be chest number 4 on here, which is the yellow path on the north. Next one is going to be the white path on the right, which is going to cost 2,550 currency. And then finally, number 5 in the top leftish, lefty rightish. Well, either way, you can see it. It's 2,760. I'm forgetting the cardinal points. Don't worry about me. My brain's just not functioning. Okay, but anyway, you can see it. And this time, for level 5, you want to go through the right-hand side of the square. So level 4, you go through the left-hand side of the square. Level 5, you go through the right-hand side of the square. So, you know, just remember that when you do come up to those levels, because you don't want to be passing over tiles for no reason, because that's just going to cost you event currency, and you don't want to be wasting event currency. It's pointless. But anyway, that is the level 5 map. Moving on to the final map of the event is this one here. I'm actually going to zoom in a little bit more. Might be a little bit bitty, but don't worry about it. So we have this level, and so we'll start at the bottom for this one as well. You'll walk up with porcelain, and the cheapest chest path is actually going to the direct north through the right hand side of the square. So you'll go right, then left, then up to hit the cheapest chest, which is 3,267. And the reason you want to do that is because then you can hit the other chests, and then it ends up coming out to cheaper. But we've also got number 5, which is on the left-hand side, which is the pink path, which is 3,527 altogether. The next one is going to be number 4 in the bottom left-hand corner, which is 3,041 currency, but you still have to pass through the preliminary tiles on the pink path to get there. Hence why, you know, you don't go to number 4 first. Then the second most expensive path is going to be number 2, which is the green path, and then the most expensive is right at the bottom, the light blue path, which is 3,917. So as the order says in the top left of the image, the order is chest 3, 5, 4, 2, and 1. You know, looking at those orders on the sides is going to be the easiest way to go about it. So those are all of the maps for the various levels. Again, thank you Silver Wings for posting those. We also had a couple of other people that sent them to me, and some people that just wanted to send them to me and not make them public. You know, thanks to everyone that makes all the maps. Did save me having to do it this time, which is cool. I do like sharing other people's stuff as well. We've done that before, so I am not against it. But with all of these maps, like I said, the best thing that you can do is have them open up. Like what I do is I have my Discord server open on my second monitor. I'll go into DML team guides, I'll take a look at the map, then I'll open up my game, and then I'll go and do it in game. So we'll go and do that for map level 2, just, you know, in case somehow my explanation has not been clear enough, just how simple it is. So this is the level here. I've already opened up the 2 middle chests on level 2. So we will be heading through the green path, which is path number 3, since that is the 3rd cheapest chest. And all that we can really do is hope and pray that we get the key. It does seem like they also reset our event currency for whatever reason during this. So why did you do that, Gameloft? You might have lost a little bit of event currency. I did, but not too worrisome. It's right at the beginning of the event. So like I said, I've already done this chest, I've already done that chest. So now, instead of us going to the left, we are going to be heading to the right hand side. And then we will open this chest and see if we get lucky or not. Because, you know, finding the key in this chest would be really good. But is it going to happen? No. I guess we'll find out in a second. So I know that I can do all of the battles in this event, like I've said before, because I've got every element in DML on my team now. I don't have to worry about having to skip anything ever. Until you get to that point, what you should do is open up the maps and compare them to the DML wiki in terms of the elements required, and then with both of those resources you can decide which paths you can or can't do. That's for any players that have really restricted elements on their team, or just don't have the particular elements that an event's asking for. Because, you know, it happens. I lived through it for years in DML. I used to do it with just Andy. That was a pain. But anyway, we've opened it up, and it is not the key. Which are probably, you know, it's it usually ends up happening like that, but now we have to head over to the left-hand side. We'll hit this chest first, then that will be the final chest of this level, but, you know, hoping and praying that we don't have to open up every single chest on this level, because the worse your luck is earlier on in the event, the worse it is. Because the higher you go in these events, usually we get more event currency per level, although I'm not sure if that's actually going to be the case with this event. I think it will be, but it might change depending on level that we're at. But, you know, that's going to be the goal for next reset. Yes, next reset, we will be getting, hopefully, to level 3, and then getting some more event currency on every level. But, you know, we're still basically got just under 7 days left to go. I'm not too stressy at the moment, so that's going to be the primary goal for this, getting a porcelain and getting divine tickets out of it. We've also got dungeon, which is going to be ready in a minute, but I'll do that on my own lonesome. But overall, I hope that that does help. Again, you can open them up in the Discord server and just download them, you know, use them on your own if you want to, just keep using them. That's what I use Discord for, just easy event stuff, easy chats, you know, all that sort of thing. You don't have to, I'm just saying, if you want to, you can. But good luck, I hope you've got all of the elements that you need for each of these levels, and don't forget that the wiki page for Divine Party Drama, if you do open it up, I'll probably link this as well, it does also show you what the required event currency is for every level, and it shows you how much event currency you get for planting certain foods, and how much event currency you get for specific breeds. And the reason we breed war is because we get 250 points, as it states here in the table. But if the points do go up in the event, then you'll be able to look, oh, I need 500 points, just as an example. That means I need to breed jungle, which is plant plus light. You know, super, super good resources, which definitely should be opening and taking advantage of during the event period. But anyway, like I said, thank you for joining me. Thank you once again to Silver and everyone else for sending in their maps. And may your key luck be good.